You are not falling apart here, and I'm not going to let you. We are in this together. There's a moment in life where everything is going to feel so familiar. And then at the same time, it's going to feel so unfamiliar. You'll start to, look around, look outside of yourself, look at your routine. You'll look at the roles that you play. You'll look at your choices that you're made. And there will be something, it's just something inside of you that is saying, what the hell? Who am I? What's going on? And how the hell do I get out of this? It's because something is going on. Something isn't fitting anymore. And that is you. If you've ever felt that pull, there's there's what is called an internal shift, and that's what's happening. So I want you to stay with me today. If you've ever felt like this, I want you to stay with me today because you are not falling apart here, and I'm not going to let you. We are in this together. So, what is really happening is that you are outgrowing a version of yourself. It's kind of like a bodysuit. You've put it on, and it was comfortable at first, years and years and years and years ago. You may have even dreamt of this suit. And somewhere, like everything, things change. You change. The people around you change. Your environment changed. What you want, who you are, who you want to become, all of that has changed. And this is when you've outgrown the version of you that you've been walking around in for years and years and years. So, what does outgrowing your life really mean? Well, it isn't about being unhappy. It's not about being ungrateful. It's deeper than that. It's so much deeper. What it feels like, what it looks like is that your spirit, it starts moving before your outward circumstances do. Because internally, you know that things just aren't the same. You aren't the same anymore. Maybe you had some big goals. Maybe they weren't big. Maybe they were small goals and you still weren't able to achieve them. You dreamt of traveling. You dreamt of having nicer things or just living a nice, quiet, unchaotic life. You had hopes, you had dreams. And somewhere, somebody, maybe somebodies have made you think that this is just how it is. Yeah, you have dreams. And yeah, you might have, when you were a kid, you had these dreams and you wanted to do big things. Maybe you wanted to be president. Maybe you wanted to be a doctor or whatever. And you didn't get there. But, did you really think that you were going to actually do those things? I mean, seriously? And so you kind of settle in and think, oh, you're right. That's not really something that I probably could have done. And so you just settle for the life you have. It's not a bad life, right? It's comfortable, but maybe it's become a little too comfortable. Maybe the dreams, even the dreams of your childhood are still dreams. They're still out there. They're still waiting for you to choose, to decide that you want to finally pursue something that your heart has longed to do. So I just want to tell you, you're not too late for this. And I'm not saying that in a weird chat GPT way, but seriously, it's not too late. Whatever your dreams were, you can still do them. And you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to stop doing the things that you're doing. You don't have to stop being a mom, a wife. You don't have to stop. But you do have to start doing the thing that your heart desired. You have to start moving in the direction. So let's say if you were an artist and you just wanted to get better. Maybe you just wanted to draw and you wanted to do that often, but you've never found the time. Matter of fact, you don't even own any art supplies. So let's start there. Let's start there. Your dream to be an artist starts with the thought. It starts with the seed of action that moves you towards doing the thing. So if you want to become an artist, go buy some art supplies. Start to draw every single day. Maybe you pick up a new paintbrush, or you decide that you're going to just work with one. And you do that for 30 days, 60 days. Maybe you just start this week. You see, your dreams, they're not far away from you. They're literally inside of you. They never left you. And somewhere you just really thought about doing the right thing, the practical thing, the thing that everyone expects you to do, to be the person that everyone expects you to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. Most of us live that life. But for the ones, the brave ones, and that's who I'm talking to. You, brave one, I see you want more. And it's okay. So maybe you're wondering if you're part of the brave one. So there are signs. So what are the signs that you are entering into becoming this new version of yourself? Let's talk about the signs, the ones that we don't name out loud. So first sign, you feel disconnected. You feel disconnected from the version of you that people expect. Because it's honestly, you're playing a role, and we all are. We're all playing this role. But there's something in you that you start to feel like, okay, I need to play a role that feels more like me, and it's time to be honest about it. So this is where you're going to start to have to really weigh the gravity of what other people's expectations are for you. Is it more important to finally become the version of you that you've envisioned, that you feel inside, but you're too afraid to express? Is it more important to be her, or to be the version of you that everyone else feels that you should be? Oh, you're just a great mom. And there's nothing wrong with being a great mom. But I want to be a great mom and a fantastic, extraordinary roller skater. I want to do the thing. And number two, your intuition is getting louder. And so a lot of times we really don't know what our intuition sounds like because we've muffled it. We've forgotten the voice that's within, and we seldom even recognize ourselves. We're so used to listening to everyone else, every other voice but ourselves. When it's time to make a decision, we ask, what do you think? Should I do this? Should I do that? When it's so much easier to just go within and ask yourself. At the end of the day, your choice is your choice. And whether you believe it to be a good choice or a bad choice, it's your choice. Number three, you start to feel tired in a way that rest won't even fix it. Oh, this is probably one of those that sneaks up on you. Now, I'm not here to tell you that this is your tiredness is something just merely spiritual. I'm not a doctor. I will tell you, though, that if you feel tired consistently or anything else, always, always, always consult your doctor. But for me, the fatigue was incredible. The exhaustion was unbearable. It was identity fatigue. And it was because I was just so tired of always being on. I was just so tired of always showing up in a certain way. And at the end of the day, I didn't need to show up that way. Like the true nature of who I am is always there. It's like I had to turn her up a notch. And that's just, it wasn't necessary. And you might feel the same way. You show up in spaces and you feel like, okay, I can say what I want to say, but then you get there and then you don't. And you get tired. That can be tiring. And it doesn't last long. You cannot do it forever. Number 4, you don't relate to certain people or certain conversations anymore. And this is because your energy, it has shifted. Your energy is now here and over here. And sometimes it's the negative people. Boy, sometimes it's those negative friends and family members and those conversations. You can't do it anymore because your entire body just gets so tight and you are just exhausted from hearing these same conversations. And honestly, the same people doing the same things. And that's when you know. Honestly, I probably could stop it right here, but because that's when you know. When you no longer want the company of those that you've always been around, the conversations that you are entertaining just don't feel good anymore. They don't bring joy. They don't bring anything at all. I know I felt that when I was in some of those conversations, I felt like saying I could have went the rest of my life without ever having that conversation. Yeah. So it was time. It was time to just kind of move on from that. 5, you crave clarity. And I, for one, I'm the kind of person that wants to see the whole picture. I need to know all of it, everything. And this is where some fear can step in because somewhere you know that with clarity, it's going to require you to do something. And usually it's something you've never done before. This is when you are truly, truly understanding that these signs are so big and they're happening and you almost feel like you can't control it. But they're not warning signs. These are true invitations to you. It's an invitation to get ready, an invitation to come home. It's an invitation to begin your becoming. Now, this whole becoming season, this whole moving into this new version of yourself comes with some truths. And these truths I need you to understand. And they're really important truths. During this season, you can feel some confusion. And it's understandable. And the reason why you're feeling the confusion is because you are standing like at the edge of who you were and who you're becoming. And that edge, it's like, I used to say this all the time. It's like your worlds are clashing and you're not sure who you are. And so it can feel confusing and it can be tiring. But what I want you to understand is that you're not meant to stay the same. You just aren't. Especially if you feel any of this happening to you, it means that you are not meant to stay here. You are not meant to kind of shrink back into that old version of yourself. And it's easy to do. It's easy to do. Most of us do it. Because this right here, this time, this moment, it's probably happened to you before. You just ignored it. You return to who you are. And you continue to live life. And you probably are living it wonderfully. But if you have that pull, if you feel any of those signs, it means that you need to move. It's time for you to move forward. And outgrowing your life is proof. It's proof that your desires, they are expanding. It's proof that your consciousness is like shifting. Your identity is starting to evolve, right? It's like little by little, you're becoming someone else. You're becoming more of you and your spirit. Your spirit is asking for more, and you really can't ignore it anymore. So, what do you do when you know that you've already outgrown this life? You need to get honest with yourself. This is where you can ask yourself, what part of my life is too small for me now? And it's not, I don't mean that you do it in this arrogant way. But look, the truth is, if you are wanting to get here, if you want to get there, then you're going to have to make some changes. If you want more for your life, then things have to shift. You have to expand. And you have to stop pretending that you don't feel this shift. Remember, I talked about how we ignore it. And I believe, like I said, that we've experienced it. You've experienced this shift before. It started and you just ignored it. You didn't hear your intuition because you ignored it. You listened and entertained conversations that were just the same conversations over and over, and you just stayed. You didn't leave. And now is the time that you have to just stop gaslighting yourself. So, what does that look like? You'll need to choose one thing that you're going to release. And you don't need to release everything. You're just going to just pick one thing and let that go. And I know this can be challenging because this is where that uncomfortableness starts to show up, and it shows up in your body. But you have to do this. The most amazing things are on the other side of this. And when you choose that one thing, this is when I'm going to ask you to start walking towards it. You start moving in the direction of a desire, of a dream, of a version of you that you miss, and a direction that feels really true to you. I want you to think of how familiar she is. This new version of you, she's always been there, right? So she should feel a little familiar. And the more you meet her every single day and throughout your days, you think, okay, so what would she do? How does she show up today? This conversation that I'm having, is it one that she would stick around for? Or is she better suited to just, go home, maybe pick up a book? And let this be a gentle transition. You don't have to blow up your whole life to become this version of yourself. She's already in you. She's always been in you. This is just a revive. We are reviving your vibe. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to take 60 seconds and just ask yourself, like, what part of me is just trying to rise up? What part of me? Is it, in your career? Is it at home? Is it at with a friendship? Is it with your parents? Is it with your significant other? Like what part of you is ready to kind of elevate? Is it in your art? Is it in your passion business that you've always wanted to create? What part of her? What part of you? And what am I ready to stop carrying? We carry a lot of baggage, and I know how heavy that baggage is. But once we kind of decide to put the bags down, you will see it's almost instant that life is lighter. Each step is just a little lighter. Joy can enter into that space, can start to pick up other things like peace, love, and gratitude, and just all the wonderful things that you want to experience. Put the bags down. And the last thing is, what is your spirit trying to pull you towards? I want you to write all of this down. And whatever your first thoughts are, that's the most important thought. That's the truth. Your first thoughts are your truth, and no judgment. So if this video has stirred anything in you and it made you say, yes, this is my becoming season, but you don't want to do it alone, then I'm going to invite you to come along with us. This channel is about moving into a version of yourself, transforming your life, doing your most passionate and creative work, and understanding that it's not too late to get started on it. The versions of you are good, but the version you can become could be unimaginable. So if that feels good to you, then stick around, subscribe, like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time, bye.